Hey guys, this is Pat from Database Comics. Today I'm previewing a feed for Superman. Previously I had made a Power Level explain for the revision feed, but I since updated the feed and made some additional calculations. So it won't take too long, but I think it's probably one of the most interesting Superman feeds so far. It's probably one of my favorite ones. It's the feed that essentially started most of the Power Level explained videos and wiki previews and database comics. First of all, I wanted to make an announcement about our advertising. So we're still doing sponsored articles. So we're a business or company would request our services to sponsor their website or product on our website for certain advertising. So if you're interested, you can contact us on the contact page. Now let's get into it. So this is for Superman in the post-crisis continuity from New Earth, and it occurred in 2011. I think that was before they switched to the New 52 era, so the New 52 continuity. So let's talk about the description, the story and summary. The Superman Batman 80 title World's Finest Part 2. Superman performs an energy projection feat. An attack on the internet 51st century and the 21st century. Epoch, also 21st century to conquer it. In the battle with Epoch, Superman, Batman, and Robin are trapped in Epoch's Omega Barrier, which is the event horizon of a black hole. During the battle, Superman shatters Epoch's Omega Barrier with his heat vision. And here's a question: how much energy projection does it take for Superman to shatter Epoch's Omega Barrier? So, this is very high level science we're talking about. So the Omega Barrier is supposed to be to mimic the event horizon of the black hole. As we all know, the gravitational forces inside of the black hole are so powerful, and the black hole is so dense, almost infinitely dense, that nothing can escape the pull of a black hole, not even light, which is very surprising because nothing can move faster than the speed of light. So that shows just how powerful gravity is. Superman actually tried to punch the black hole to weaken it or even shatter it, but he couldn't do it. So he turned to Einstein's quantum mechanics, and essentially black holes actually, when it comes to the event horizon, there's things called particles and antiparticles. This is mostly theory right now. This is like very high theoretical science, but according to Stephen Hawking, essentially black holes are able to emit some very low level of radiation, in fact very much lower than an electron volt, which is about 1.2 something to the 19 joules, and apparently Hawking radiation is about 10 to the -28 joules. And the event horizon of a black hole actually is made up of particles and antiparticles colliding against each other. So what you could do, according to this certainty principle, is cause the particles and antiparticles at the event horizon, so outside of the event horizon, to collide with each other in order to essentially shatter the event horizon. So Superman essentially, um, this is very much like a quantum level type of fit, where Superman was essentially exciting the collision of particles and antiparticles outside of the event in the event horizon to cause them to appear actually outside of them. And essentially his vision is so powerful that it's able to affect matter at the quantum scale. Quantum scale is essentially the level of atomic and subatomic particles. So that's around 10 to the negative 10 to, it's at least 10 below, it's at least 10 to the negative 12. I think it's below that because the electron is actually much smaller than that. So 10 to the negative 12 is supposed to be picometer. So I think it's probably 10 to the negative 15 or something like that. But its quantum level is really small as far as size goes. So that's what happened. So they said in the case of a black hole, sometimes one half of a virtual peak can appear inside the event horizon and the other outside. So he was using the essentially the uncertainty principle, saying that you can, at the quantum level, you cannot know the location and the speed of the particle at the same time. So you can essentially cause virtual particles to essentially appear on the other side of the event horizon if you cause them to accelerate the collision patterns. So Superman did a quantum level of feat, but so you could say it's essentially quantum mechanics. Now in terms of energy projection, it's very much something that has a high scale of energy, even beyond star level energy. So let's get into the calculations. So Superman shattered Epoch's omega barrier. So we calculate the gravitational energy of a black hole the size of the omega barrier's Schwarzschild radius in order to estimate Superman's energy projection. So the first thing to do is to calculate the black hole's mass. We actually so since Epoch's actually enclosed them in a cube, I actually estimated that the Schwarzschild radius of the cube was 3 meters. And then I use a Schwarzschild radius calculator on the calculator website to calculate the mass of the black hole, which is 2.02 times 10 to the 27 kilograms, which is very high. It's almost like a solar mass type of black hole, close to solar mass. And then it's interesting that a black hole could be on Earth that size and not essentially absorb all the matter on Earth, right? It should have absorbed all the matter on Earth or even in the solar system or something like that. According to current theory, black holes may emit black body radiation or Hawking radiation. And let's use the gravitational field in order to calculate this gravitational potential. So first I have to calculate the Hawking radiation, which was 8.4 times 10 to the negative 28 joules. And then gravitational energy. So since the black hole was on Earth, I just have to calculate and use the equation for gravitational potential energy, which is U is equal to mgh. So we don't know if the black hole had any kinetic energy or whether it was rotating or not. So I just used its virtual energy H. And I found that the energy of the black hole is 3.02 times 10 to the 44 joules. Now, since Superman had to generate at least that amount of energy, or even more, because since it was actually exciting the virtual particles to cause them to appear on the outside, um, is probably higher or at least lower. Either way, I assume that he did it for 1 second, even though he probably did it for longer since he was talking for so long. I just assume that it was for 1 second. So it's 3.02 times 10 to the 44 watts. And then to get an idea, I converted it into tons of TNT. Um, First, I got that it was 7.2 times 10 to the 34 tons of TNT. So essentially what we're saying is um, if you are able to excite quantum particles at the quantum mechanical level, you may be able to not only match the gravitational potential energy of the black hole, but also have light and matter escape the event horizon of the black hole, which makes very little sense, right? Because essentially the density of a black hole is very, very high, almost infinite, and the gravitational pull of a black hole is so large, is so high that essentially all the matter around its event horizon essentially collapses and is sucked into the black hole. So once you're in the black hole, are you in what state are you? You don't really know what kind of the state you would be if you're in the black hole. Would you be in a quantum state? Would you be in a ghost or spiritual state? Or would you just be dead and completely destroyed? We don't know if so. It's really, we don't really know. So, but it's really fascinating. So for my rating, I said Superman shattered the Omega barrier of mass 2.02 times 10 to the 27 kilograms with even horizon of far-sight radius of 3 meters with his heat vision. Superman generated the equivalent of 8.4 times 10 to the 28 joules of Hawking radiation to cause the virtual particles and antiparticles pairs to appear outside the black hole's event horizon. The Superman generated gravitational potential energy of 3.02 times 10 to the 44 joules to oppose the black hole's gravitational potential energy. So I initially thought that to rate it, it would have to be galaxy level, because usually around the kinetic energy of a galaxy is usually around 10 to the 33rd joules. But here we're talking about the gravitational potential energy of a black hole. So for comparison, the gravitational potential energy of our sun soul is to the order of 10 to the 41. So if you do the math, overall equivalent to the gravitational potential energy of 1,215 sols or 1,215 suns, enough to destroy a large star. So that's why, since it's more than 1,115 suns or sols, which is our sun, the energy production of it is actually solar system. That's my rating, solar system. I think this is probably one of the best scaling feats for Superman's heat vision, because it shows us how powerful Superman's heat vision really is. There's also another feat where Superman was able to fix I think it was a rift in reality or something like that with his heat vision, but that's very much a level that's very, very hard to quantify. But here it's very quantifiable feat. It's a very good feat. So I think it's probably one of the best ways to kind of understand how much energy possession Superman is able to generate with his heat vision. It's probably in the order of solar system to galaxy level, usually for other highest output for his heat vision. I don't think it's universal level. It doesn't make sense for it to be universal level. That's at least for the new for the post-crisis Superman. Rebirth is probably different. Rebirth has some differences that we will get into in the coming um, months. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy our content. Continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Rocket Fandom.